ladies and gentlemen.
Be clear in your mind in what you intend to achieve. Know what you are going to do. That doesn't seem like too much to ask.
No, it doesn't, Jocko. Good morning. We are here on the Mission Pod. Saturday morning, beautiful Glendale Ave, Phoenix, Arizona. The wonderful, God-blessed USA, United States of America. Good morning to everybody.
But how often do we
We're here on the Mission Pod. Salute, salute as we get the shares out. We wake up as the intro plays today. Special guest Country Boys ENT on the show.
Mission.
You got to have a clear mission.
I'm talking on an individual level.
Big up to the Muzz. We were at his release party all night last night, filming a bunch of great artists. 867 turned up. Till Death turned up.
They want
a lot of great artists turned up last night.
To accomplish. So, know what your mission is. Know what your intent, as the commander of your life, know what your intent is, and then fight with everything you've got to win.
Don't let nobody turn you around. That's why most people don't have dreams and ideas. That's why most people
All right, a little background music as we begin. Here's the good news. Last night, for the first time, I tried Mr. Whoppy Fries. Whoppy? I hope I'm saying that right. Mr. Whoppy Fries last night at the show as we support Gemini, the brand new release from the Muzz, one of our friends and compadres here at Respecter Underground, coming off a big weekend of celebrating Era Harris and Manfly's releases, their big new projects. And tonight, we will be celebrating with AZMT the 7th anniversary party. This is the 7th year that AZMT has been in business. There we go. Let's turn that down. The 7th year AZMT has been in business. We're celebrating tonight. Too many great artists to name. DJ Pest, DJ Kane 100 on the ones and twos, two of the best DJs in the city. J Classic and myself hosting the party tonight. We hope y'all can all come out for that as we celebrate AZMT being in business for 7 years now. I tried Mr. Whoppy Fries. He was at the event last night. And Mr. Whoppy, shout to him, let me know that he was the first food provider, specifically chicken wing creator, to start showing up at these shows live and serving those great Detroit-style Whoppy Fries with the chicken wings. Now, I had his, and I've had Wing Kang for a while, and I had Ace Williams Kitchen 2 weeks ago. I will not be revealing who I think is the best today, maybe not ever, I don't know. I would like to have all three come to one location and we have a wing off where everybody eats chicken and we celebrate like a versus. It's not really a competition, more like a celebration of great chicken and black Arizona entrepreneurs getting out here and making money. Now today on the show, today on the show, hey Daddy, Country Boys ENT on the show today. Thank you.
Whoa, what's
Country
that?
Boys ENT.
What's up?
Black, Lydell. I'm
Big
sorry.
man.
Big man. Sorry, no governments, no governments. I'm still getting to know that on a level. Now, Black, if you could stretch out your mic maybe so we can see your lovely face. If you could just pull it towards you, and so this goes down. There, that's kind of good right there. That's good. If you could, yep, that's good. We just so we can see your face.
All right.
All right, we got the applause working. We got the music in effect. We got plenty of time. You are the main guest. Salute to Whit Tucker. He contracted some sort of illness. Now, Whit Tucker is a single man. He's a man of means. He's making his money. And, you know, he's out there fucking wild. So he's some type of illness. Maybe he's been going too hard lately. We had to reschedule Whit Tucker. That's his business. But today, we have Country Boys ENT, Big Man and Black on the show. Thank you guys for coming in.
Already, man, already.
I'm excited to have y'all on the show, and luckily we have met a few times and hung out. And when I say met, you know, we've shared a meal, you know, which is important to me. We've had a smoke break together. That's really meeting, sitting down.
Yes, sir.
That's for an old man's memory with dyslexia that smokes a lot of medicine. That's how you get locked in with Swerve, you know. So now we're locked in. Salute to the gumbo. We'll talk about that. But let's start first things first, because, you know, these are the kind of conversations I like to have that, you know, when you meet as friends, it might be a little awkward to just break down your bio. But as in this interview format, you know, of course we get to break down your bio and how it all started for you. And we will be doing that. And so that everybody that knows you, doesn't know you, has heard of you, but is maybe unaware of exactly what Country Boys ENT stands for or means. Let's get into that. So we'll start with, before we get into y'all's individual histories, how did Country Boys ENT come together?
Man, we've been doing this for like 15 years, Swerve.
Okay.
Been a while, bro. We originated from Homer, Louisiana.
Okay.
People don't know that.
Stand up, Homer.
Shout out to Homer, Louisiana. My people out there. You there?
Canterville, East Side.
You sound like there's a southern drawl there. You sound like the voice of what I imagine a Louisiana man might sound like.
It's like 50 miles outside of New Orleans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And man, we started this like 15 years ago. First we was signed to a label.
Okay.
Make a Mill Records. And we stayed with them for like a year. And then we branched off and got our own label and did our own thing. From that, it went on from that, you know. We decided to do Country Boys ENT. And it's been popping off ever since.
What did you learn from being signed to a bigger conglomerate or a bigger entity that one pushed you to do your own thing, and what are some of the things that you learned working with them that helped you do your own thing?
Well, be honest with you, he helped us to network and learn the industry, but at the end of the day, we was hungry at that time, and he had us on the back burner.
Yeah, and a lot of artists experience that, and hey, there's a lot of artists that have been signed by big names and big record labels that we've never even heard of, and we don't know their story because they get caught in the back burner or in the system, as some say.
Right. So we were signed to a contract, so, you know, everything we did, it was, the label had
to go to them.
Exactly.
Any moves had to be approved.
Everything.
Sometimes even if you're making your own moves, they'll say no. They'll shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we stayed to the contract until the contract was up. And once the contract was up, we just branched off and did our own thing. It's better to be independent because you have more control of your music. You have more control of what you need to do and how you gonna push yourself. You feel me? So that's why we branched off. We got our own label. You know, shout out to the team. You know, Choices. You know, Willie Valentine, Big Jello. You know what I'm saying? The squad.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the team so we understand how you kind of formatted. How did you bring on these team members? Because to be honest, I hosted your mixtape, and even at that time was somewhat unaware of how deep Country Boys Entertainment went, maybe who all the names were. I picked it up as nice as I could, but run down who it started with, and then, you know, step by step who you added on through time.
It started off with me and my brother. We Country Boys ENT. You know, we the foundation of it.
Okay.
And Choices, that's my son.
Okay.
You know.
That makes it nice. That's family.
He grew up into the music, everything, you know. Willie Valentine, also my son.
Okay. And so it's a family affair.
Yeah, he an R&B singer.
Okay.
You know, Choices do R&B and
Choices
rap.
had a great show just recently at Respect the Underground.
Yeah, shout out to Choices.
On Era Harris's release party, I believe. Is that right? Yes. Okay, so I was there. I know I was there, and I know I filmed it, but like I said, I was up late fucking with Muzz last night, so, you know, it gets fuzzy. Shout out to Muzzy. And so everybody's family. So I understand your sons kind of came along following in the family tradition.
Watching us growing up,
seeing Unc and Dad do it.
Right.
And now they're doing it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Got the
and then
love for
Big
it.
Jello. At some point you added Big Jello to the team.
Yeah, Big Jello like a son of mine too.
Okay.
He hungry, man. You know, once I saw Jello and he had the passion of the music, I need somebody like that on the squad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes that youthful energy adds a lot to the situation.
Yeah. So he's hungry and dedicated.
He gets it cracking. I've been playing that record a lot, you know, on Flowers. Along with
a video shoot tomorrow.
Okay. A video shoot tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. At the Reed Park in Mesa.
Okay, what time? If it's open, do you want people to come to it?
Yeah,
come up. Pull up.
You hear that? Be in a video tomorrow. With the first video I was in, I was very excited. A friend of mine, Noah O, put me in. Tomorrow, though, whoever you are, if you're just a fan, a friend, a family, the music, Country Boys Entertainment at Reed Park in Mesa. What time? What's the time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock is when it begins. So if you want to be there, be there sharp.
Barbecue, gonna have food, drinks, all that, man. Pull up.
I think these guys take food wherever they go. First night I hung out with y'all, you fixed me some gumbo.
Already.
I went home. I ate it when I got home because I was had been drinking a bit and was hungry. And I went to bed drunk, smelling a little fishy, and my wife got a little nervous, but we talked it out. It's okay. She understood. She had the gumbo the next day and enjoyed it as well. I mean, to me, I love home cooking, especially regional home cooking, because I think that's how you get it the best.
That's how you get it, man. That's Southern hospitality, man.
I left my water outside. I'm all fucked up. I'll get it when we listen to some music. So, the progression is there. I know y'all talk about starting in Louisiana, and I hear talk of Texas.
Yeah.
And let's talk about why and how. When did y'all move? When did y'all start moving around? Starting out in Louisiana. When did y'all start moving around?
Oh man, about 08, moving to the Louisiana. We started out here in Cali.
Okay.
With the Make a Meal deal, and you know, 08, moved back down to Louisiana. Shout out Paris Prince.
Serious deal. You moved out into another state to pursue that deal. Like it wasn't like, you know, okay, all right, go ahead.
No, they didn't work out, but you know, we moved
at that
back
point,
down south.
Okay.
We split up. You know, Black stayed west. I moved down south, and we were doing music like that.
Okay.
So it was kind of hard to do shows. We just were busting the music out.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do no shows, no videos, nothing like that.
Yeah.
For a couple minutes, but you know, we had a little clique out there in Louisiana. Got a little buzz out there in Humble, you know. And like I say, Paris Prince, Salute, Nine War, and forget about y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, and
is Humble more like a city or more like a county?
It's a city.
It's a city.
Terrebonne parishes, you know.
Okay.
You know, we go by parishes out there. Outside of New Orleans.
Okay, break down the parishes. Compare like a parish to something in another area. Right. And I know Arizona may not be a good example.
Right.
They just got like trailer homes.
I'm gonna use an
here.
example as like California. California got counties like LA County.
Right. I understand
San
counties. That's
County.
what Richmond has, where I'm from.
Louisiana is called parishes.
Okay.
You know Terrebonne Parish.
Just
Jefferson
a different
Parish.
name for a county.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Orleans Parish, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I think about counties, sometimes it's more like L.A. is spread out. Richmond, where I'm from, is kind of spread out. So the counties usually are like the surrounding areas around the city.
Exactly.
And then that's the way I think of it.
Exactly.
So parishes are the same thing. You have a city kind of surrounded by a couple different parishes.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And Humble is a city.
Humble.
Because Hummel.
Yeah,
no
Humble.
B in there.
With an M.
Okay, all M's.
Humble.
All M's.
H-O-U-M-E, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
I'm so pardon me. I just want to clarify that for the lingo. Okay. So y'all split up at some point. When did y'all come back together?
Man, you know, on the bad note, my dad had passed like in 2011.
Respect. R.I.P. Sorry.
2011. So, you know, Black kind of moved back down south a little bit, so we came back together like that.
Okay.
You know, on the music tip. You know?
Okay.
And recently, I moved back out here, like a couple years. So.
Black's been in Arizona for 10 years, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you've only been here for 2 years.
Right.
Okay.
So we were splitting on and off.
Right.
So now we back at it, you know. AZ got a hot little underground music going on.
Yeah.
You know,
the scene is on fire.
Trying to get out the
And it's a
scene,
perfect
you know
time for y'all to amp back up now that you're reunited.
Put our foot back in the door, man.
Yeah.
Right.
On that note, the project is called No Expiration.
No Expiration.
I was fortunate enough to host that. It's a Country Boys ENT. June 19th is that the release?
Right.
June 19th. That's a big
All
day.
platforms.
That's a popular day. That's a big day for things around here. So that's good. Go check that out. Streaming everywhere. Juneteenth, No Expiration.
It's the album dropping. My dad passed on June 19th, and I'm getting married on June 19th.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. Salute. I'm fortunate enough to be there as well. Thank God.
Exactly.
Bless.
So June 19th gonna be a big day.
It's gonna be a big day. And is that? And this may be too personal. You can let me know. But is the marriage on that day somewhat trying to take a bad situation and make it a good memory?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm familiar with a lot of people that do that, and it sounds like a great thing to me. So I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk a little bit about you. I know you guys are brothers, so some of these answers may be similar, but you can answer on your own for sure. What's your first memory of hip hop? And who turned you on to hip hop? Your very first memory.
Man, I was a Big Daddy Kane fan back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane. I listened to the Fat Boys. I used to beatbox. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I mean, those guys really inspired me to get into music back in the days. You know, I was a big fan of Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. You know, so that would inspire me into music.
Well, you're a man of a certain shade, and Big Daddy Kane certainly was the hero before Biggie was the hero of the dark-skinned brothers.
Exactly.
And Big Daddy Kane got a lot of girls, a lot of regular girls, a lot of tour girls, all the way up to Madonna. So if you get to Madonna and Naomi Campbell level status in the 80s, you have to realize all the plethora of women of lesser status that he got as well. Right. How about you, big man?
Man, I kind of came up on a big bro.
Okay.
Whatever he listening to.
Got it. Understood.
I'm in the room.
Understood.
Beatboxing. You heard me? You know, recording tape.
You're a big gentleman. I wouldn't want to bring up that maybe Fat Boys weren't influenced, but since you brought it up, we can talk about it. You know, you're big. Hey, and again, before, not that you guys are just big guys, not necessarily fat, just big. And there is a difference for people out there. But again, the Fat Boys, I know made a lot of heavier, and to be honest, when they started, two of them weren't even really that fat. Cool Rock Ski and Prince Marky D weren't really that fat. Yeah. But it was a gimmick, and they went with it, and it worked for them. Yeah, but again, they made, and as they got successful, they got fatter. But they made a lot of people feel better about themselves. For being bigger gentlemen. Exactly. Because and in that day in hip hop, you could get in and do something. As long as you were doing something, you were active in the culture, whether it's breakdance, beatboxing, rapping, DJing. Exactly. And they all kind of suited different different characteristics, different personalities.
And being from Louisiana, I grew up off of Master P, Lil Wayne, Cash Money.
Well, I was gonna get into that. Who is the first Louisiana artist that you paid attention to?
Well, we was bumping DJ Jubilee.
Shout out to DJ Jubilee. Back when music was being handed around and downloaded on the internet, I got turned on to DJ Jubilee.
Exactly.
Because he made a lot of great records that didn't get national attention.
Right.
In my area, it was DJ Cool.
Okay.
Who did, with Let Me Clear My Throat, he did kind of make it to national attention. Right. But he was my area's DJ that made party records that a lot of time used not so much Jubilee, but Cool would use some of the popular samples, turn them into go-go. So go-go was kind of like a regional music, like bounce is a regional music. If you know New Orleans, if you know Louisiana, they had their own regional music called bounce music.
Yes, sir.
And Jubilee, a lot of his songs sound remarkably exactly like some Cash Money songs, right? And he had those songs in that style years before.
Before Cash Money.
So I would hope Baby wrote him a check. I doubt it. I really doubt it though. Baby's not known for being being great with the checks, but they call that being a good businessman is what they call being tight with the checks. So DJ Jubilee, and if you don't know, please go Google or YouTube that. It'll be you'll have a great day. If you put on DJ Jubilee and clean the house, I guarantee you'll get it done 10 minutes faster because he'll have you moving, And I need to put some of him back on my party playlist now that we're back outside because a lot of people that aren't from Louisiana aren't that aware of Jubilee. DJ Screw. Also a regional DJ who made a very regional music.
Shout out to Houston.
And I know y'all spent some time in Texas as well.
Right.
I see you.
And you guys' music, like I said before, spoke about your musical project, No Expiration, coming out June 19th. it really sounds different than a lot of other AZ because to me your music is heavy Texas with some Louisiana.
Right.
I don't know if that's the way you hear it or not, but that's the way it sounds to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a little bit heavy on the and mind you, I'm from the East Coast. I'm not so familiar with Texas or Louisiana, but just from working with it the way what I did, hosting it, listening to it, that's the impression I get.
Sure.
And
I appreciate you hosting it too.
No, thank you.
Man,
I appreciate
be on the
you
lookout
getting me to do
on
it.
that No Aspiration, man. It's fire coming out June 19. DJ Swerve hosting that thing, man.
Thank you.
For real.
I'm hosting mixtapes. I'm doing live events. I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing the new news. I'm even doing logos and videography now. The point is, I'm doing whatever I can do to keep from getting a real job, y'all. That's what it is. If I can make my twos and fews during the week and pass some off to my lovely wife who works so hard. Just an announcement, the show will be moving to Fridays, 5 to 8, some of that nature, Friday evenings. I'm shaking up the world. People said, why would you move? I'm moving for my family to make it easy on my lovely wife, so I'll be able to do more live events and continue to do these live events that y'all love to see me at, and I love to see you at. It's nothing better than being at a live event, watching the artists perform their heart out and get that applause and get that energy out. And speaking on that, tonight we will be at the Phoenix Gentlemen's Club. I know you guys will be in attendance tonight as well.
Yes, sir.
For the AZMT 7th anniversary party. Now let's just talk about that for a minute. This is the most united party I have seen AZ throw in a while. You got Pest, and you got DJ Kane 100.
Got the whole city out, man, tonight.
You got me and Classic hosting. And of course, you got everybody involved with AZMT there. Yep. You've got so many great artists. It's too many to name. But look, Smokey Dollar, K-Brock, Big Jello is performing, right?
Yes,
Big
sir.
Jello from y'all's camp. A lot of the camp from a lot of the people from LMG, 3 different groups from LMG.
Shout out to
are
LMG.
performing. Shout out. Network,
Kang.
Kang is on the wings tonight. I'm back ready to have some. I want some
Wayne Kang.
Asian. Some of that sweet Asian, some teriyaki.
Them Kings gonna be out there.
The Wayne King is cooking. He's cooking.
Man.
If y'all haven't seen the
Support.
flyer, the King is cooking.
Support, baby.
And I love King, Whoppy Fries, and Ace Williams. I love all 3 of y'all's food. Let's bring unity to the community and enjoy some great times tonight.
Sir.
Too many artists to name, but mind you, this is a big doobie. This is the most comprehensive party AZ has seen in a minute. We should all be out together and join each other. It's a celebration in our nation. Shout out to everybody I saw last night at Muzz's party, especially Verbalize, and shout out to Nino Boy, getting him on the show, all the natives. So we just want to show love and bring AZ together.
AZ
together. It's a better time than it ever has been, according to what people tell me. So let's move forward. This project, No Expiration, is this kind of the restart, the rebirth, or the renew of Country Boys Entertainment? Is this the start of the big splash?
Yeah, it's kind of like we went in the catalog and pulled a lot of tracks that we didn't release.
Right.
And we just put it in one big.
Let's speak to what are all the artists besides you two? Who are all the artists involved in No Expiration?
We got, Big Jello on there.
Yeah,
Choices on there.
Choices. Cool.
Willie Valentine.
Willie Valentine. It's a family.
Cat Said out of LA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Los Angeles.
We got Pat Prince on that thing.
We got G-Boy. Shout out G-Boy. G-Boy
Certified.
on there.
Okay.
You know,
Shout out to G-Boy. I play his music regularly. He's a good guy.
Yeah. We got All In on there.
Okay. And let's talk about producers. And as far as production, do y'all have producers y'all work with? Do y'all use internet producers? What do y'all do
I know a lot of
production?
producers worldwide since we've been in the game so long. So I got a lot of producers sending me beats here and there. I mess with like 5 different producers worldwide.
Okay.
You know?
So these are real people you know. This is not just leased.
J-Soul music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Shout them out.
That track coming. That track coming, boy.
Okay.
J-Soul. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, so like we said, we mess with a lot of producers and a lot of producers that need artists on their beats. So they'd send me beats, and we just jump on them and bless them.
A lot of producers around the world are very happy to get American artists on music, right?
Right.
I mean, we are the leaders still, fortunately, in hip hop culture in the world, and have been. It's our baby. We created it, and we have been the best at it up until so far. So there is, if you're an artist, I would say instead of just buying a lease beat from someone you barely know, like the Country Boys have done, start a relationship.
Right.
And work with people over and over, and they'll be willing to work with you, and you'll be surprised at what they might work out for you if you're willing to work with them.
Right.
Because, you know, we are a big hip-hop market. There's so much talent in Arizona and in our country, and I feel like sometimes we take it for granted. We take hip-hop for granted while the rest of the world appreciates it a little more.
Right.
Who are your, how long, did y'all live in Texas for a while?
Well, yeah, I lived
Big
out
man,
there.
you lived in Texas.
I lived out there in Houston.
Who were your influences, and who speak to some of the artists in Texas that maybe influenced your music? Because I hear it in your music.
Right. I grew up UGK. You know, we born in UGK. Pimp.
Okay.
Bun,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Scarface.
You know, Ghetto Boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Little Kikis and the Slim Thugs.
Slim
Right,
Thugs,
right.
you know.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know,
Okay.
then when I got a little older, I got to that Screw. You know what I'm saying? Michael Watts.
Trap and Screw.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, you know. Texas
That's it.
all
You
the way through.
summed it up to me. It's artists like Lil Kiki that I found out about as well when I was downloading material, and I was able to experience more hip hop than ever because it wasn't about money. You know, my whole life I would have bought everything if I could. It was always a money matter.
Right,
How much
right.
money do I have to spend on records or on music? And then for a brief while, it was get whatever you could get online, and I experienced and. I was really grateful to go back and do the history in a lot of different regions with artists that kind of started. Because, you know, if you go back before 1995, pretty much all across the country, everybody wanted to be more like New York hip hop.
Yeah,
There was a lot of break
yeah.
beats,
East
a lot of
Coast, yeah.
samples. People sounded like NWA, who was influenced by a New York sound at that time before Dre changed the world with
Right.
G-Funk.
Right. So did.
And then eventually, Texas, Louisiana, all these regions found their own sound.
Their own sounds.
And we
right.
talked about that with Jubilee and Cash Money
Right,
and Master P.
Right.
Why do you think Master P had to move away from Louisiana to get his start? Or do you think he had to, or it's just time and circumstance?
It's like
got
this.
to.
From my experience, you
Got
have
to.
to. And that's not a good thing because your hometown, even your hometown, man, they'll hate on you and hate to say it, your hometown will hate on you. Cause
He was worse.
you,
You know what I'm
you have the
saying?
next guy that you grew up with, seeing you making moves, doing things, and he's like, we grew up together in the same thing, but I'm not doing it, so they start hating on you. But if you go to another area like we in Arizona now, we get more love and respect out here in Arizona than we do back in our hometown. And exactly, that's how it is.
I know that feeling, though. I
It
know.
shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like
but
that.
it
Salute
is.
to
That's how
Richmond.
it
I
is.
know that feeling.
That's
you know.
how it is. You got to take your music somewhere else
For the escalade, for
to blow up.
I agree. I agree a lot of times. And, you know, there's even a quote in the Bible where Jesus talks about it's hard to be a prophet in your own hometown.
Exactly.
And sometimes our hometowns hold us down and hold us back, I should say,
Right,
not hold
right,
us down,
right,
you know.
right.
And, you know, your hometown doesn't always ride for you because they look at you a different way, maybe because they know you different.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
grew up with you,
They're
you
right.
know?
They grew up with you. They were, you know, so, hey,
But it shouldn't be like that, though.
I'm getting a lot of respect here, and I would say part of it is that what you guys are speaking to my experience here. I would attribute some of it to my attitude changing. When I came to Phoenix, I didn't know anybody, so I came in very humble, very open-handed, and willing to work.
Right.
And I think that if it was hard for me to keep that attitude in the city I grew up in.
Right.
Because when you grow up in a place, after a while, you feel like people are not checking for you the same, or they're not looking out for you the same. They take you for granted maybe a little bit.
Right.
Or maybe they're not. Maybe you're not giving it your all. Maybe you're not humble as, you know. And so I came here ready to work and humble. And my attitude in combination with some great people I met in the city really got me going. And I think maybe I would have been moving better in my own city if I'd had a little bit more of that attitude here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
part of it is people just, you know, You know, sometimes you got to hit people new with a fresh look. It's hard to hit people new with a fresh look that have known you your whole life.
Right.
Who is an influence to you in the modern hip hop world? Who do you look around, whether it's someone from Phoenix or in the national spotlight? Who influences you in the modern world?
Oh man.
Man, I would say Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby's
influential, definitely.
Yeah, his grind influenced me.
Yeah.
And people look at him as a rapping rapper.
Yeah.
Like he's not a mumble rapper. He's not he's not taking shortcuts.
Right.
We need to give away these tickets. Today, the Country Boys Entertainment, God bless them, they have provided us with some tickets. 2 tickets to the AZMT 7th anniversary party tonight. Now, I have 2 physical tickets that I will leave at the door in somebody's name. And I'm not very good at coming up with a way to give it to them. So is there a way, if for the people that watch this show or watching this show, is there some kind of country boy trivia we could play? Maybe if someone knows something, they could. Maybe I would rather give them away to someone that's a fan of you, because you're giving away these tickets, and these tickets are not provided by the promoter, the venue, or me. These tickets are specifically provided by Country Boys ENT.
Yes,
so
sir.
salute to you for providing those. They've also given us some tickets to the OT Genesis show.
June
They will
26th.
be performing at. That we will be giving away tonight live at the show. Actual tickets I'll put in somebody's hand at AZMT tonight. Let's type in ticket giveaway and see if we can get anybody to tap in ticket giveaway soon, and see if we can get some people to tap in. So you covered your bases, Louisiana, Texas. Now that we're in Arizona, what was your biggest, and maybe y'all can answer this definitely, because 10 years ago it might be a different answer than what it is for Big Man 2 years ago. What was your biggest maybe shock or thing you didn't expect moving to Arizona?
But how the love and support I get out here.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing. That's a positive thing.
I get a lot of support, and a lot of underground rappers support Country Boys ENT. We got much love out here, and we do the same back. You know, we support the underground field. We go out and support everybody, and you know, this.
But see, I wasn't really expecting it, man. The underground music be as big as it is. Because, like I say, out there in Louisiana, I don't hear nothing about Arizona underground music.
Right. No.
You know?
Same for
when
me.
I came out here, man, they got a lot of
Got
nice
good talent out here, yeah.
man.
When Hot Rod and Willie North Pole made their mark,
Right.
we heard their names on the East Coast
Right.
I heard of
briefly, and that was it. you
Right.
know.
I heard of Willie. Right.
So I agree with you. The first time I went in a Foot Locker at the mall, for one, they still had certain Jordans in stock that were out of stock everywhere else.
Yeah, right.
So it's like if you go to the right mall around here, you can still buy J's in the mall, because maybe the people that buy J's don't even make it to that mall, which is
Exactly.
interesting. But the mall I was into, they were playing like Gangstar. They were playing like very like underground hip hop,
Right,
which
right.
to me was different. The malls in Richmond just don't do that. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. We're going to figure out a way to give out these tickets. Like I said, the 7th annual AZMT anniversary party is tonight at the Phoenix Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
We will be smoking in that bitch like a rusty engine.
Let's go.
And we will be partying, giving away tickets.
Yeah.
Great time, big fun, great DJs, tons of slap, tons of performances, tons of jokes.
Yeah.
I'm going to have great jokes for everybody. They may not be great for everybody, but they will be great for some people. Well, we'll have fun with that. Salute to everybody making chicken and doing media, which is obviously the 2 new vibes to be on at AZ. Salute to the rappers. They can take a breath for a couple months while everybody is involved in media and making chicken, because that seems like the things that we're doing right now. We're going to give away these tickets. I want to give them away to somebody that is watching the show
Tune in
live right now. I've tried to make it apparent. I'll do a few more saves and shares, and then maybe we'll give away the tickets towards the end of the show to whoever's still hanging out, rocking with us.
Right.
Who is an Arizona artist really impresses you? Take it one at a time. Who is an Arizona artist? And let's try to go outside of the camp. If it had to be someone not Country Boys ENT.
Yeah.
I know you. I'm impressed with your camp. I get that. But let's talk about somebody else for a minute. Try to show some spread some love.
No. I be fucking with the homie G-Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out G-Boy.
The homie Chili Powder. You know what I'm saying?
OG.
Chili Powder?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that name. You just said, but go ahead. I like to hear the new names. They catch my ear. Okay.
Yeah, Chili. You know what I'm saying? I like Big Doobie shit. Big Doobie go hard. You heard me?
Yeah, Big Doobie. Yeah.
Shit. LMG. You know I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Man, pretty much, man. I like a lot of them. You know, just having rotation, man. When I hear, you know what I'm saying? You know, roll. You know what I mean?
Is anybody? Did you want to answer something
Well,
different? He covered it.
Yeah,
he covered. I have to check on Chili Powder. I'm not familiar. I'll get up on him.
Yeah.
What in your opinion? You seem like you've got a lot of positive reaction from the Arizona scene. What's one of the negatives? What's one of the not so cool things about the Arizona scene?
Man, it's not exactly the Arizona scene. It's kind of like that in the industry of underground rapping. Like when you go to shows, people just worry about their own camp. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they perform and they leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot here and in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a problem everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. So that's the only thing I probably notice about, you know.
It's hard to get people to come show
And just
support.
stay the whole show.
And it's really hard to get them to stay the whole show.
The whole show, exactly.
Because again, a lot of times what I've seen, especially in Arizona, there'll be 2 or 3 popping shows in one night.
Right.
And a lot of times one of them might have a major act attached.
Right.
So, you know, I would hope think that we could try to organize the shows a little better, you know.
Right.
So that people wouldn't be but again, irregardless of that, I've seen that still be a problem even when there's not a lot going on.
Exactly.
People show up, you know, they show their 30, 40 minutes support to the group they came. They show up a little early, hang out for the show, hang out a little bit after, and then they're out. Yeah, you know. And a lot of times it's really good music on these shows, especially in Arizona. Since I've been here, I'm like you guys. I'm impressed with how people show support, and I'm really impressed with the artistry and how many artists make really good music in this area.
It's real talent out here.
And I think if you haven't lived outside of Phoenix or Arizona, or if you've been here for a while, you might forget that. You might take it for granted.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Yes, sir.
We are giving away 2 tickets to the AZMT anniversary party today. Before the show is over, tap in. For right now, just tap your name in. If you've got the availability to go, you want to go, you haven't brought your tickets yet, tap your name in the comments. Maybe we'll just pick somebody. Who knows? Country Boys Entertainment is giving away 2 tickets to the 7th anniversary AZMT celebration. Yep. AZMT turns the God number. 7 years they've been in business doing it.
It's a long time.
We all know how hard it is to run a small business. We all know how hard it is to run a hip-hop business. They've been running a small hip-hop business for 7 years. And, you know, salute to Kid K. He went through a big setback, man, about a little while ago, and came through it better than ever, rebranded, reorganized, better than ever. Things are popping off. So we look forward to a really big, a really great show tonight with Kid K and Danielle the Queen.
Yes, sir.
Everybody over there at AZMT.
We need the city to pull up tonight. Pull up tonight.
Somebody's watching. I just saw some thumbs up. Hey, if you're watching and you support AZMT, we're giving away 2 tickets today, courtesy of Country Boys ENT. So if you haven't bought your tickets yet, I think they probably go up the day of. Type in your name. We got 2 tickets to give away. Somebody's going tonight, courtesy of Country Boys ENT.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of media. Everybody is doing media these days. You mentioned to me before the interview that this is your first podcast interview in the area.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm happy you guys came in and sat down with me. I really do. I like getting to the story. And I believe you guys are like, you know, kind of like Texas Wu-Tang out here. You got a lot of artists, a lot of different genre and style, a lot of different looks to come at people.
Right.
And man, if you make that gumbo, anybody will come to the party. You just make the gumbo.
That's a good idea, though.
You know, it wouldn't be bad to throw, because a lot of people say Phoenix has a lack of culture.
Right.
And I think when they say that, we obviously have a lot of native culture, even though you might have to go look for it. It's kind of hidden. We have some Mexican culture. I think what people are mainly saying is, you know, nobody's really looking for Russian or, you know, Greek culture. That's cool. What they mean is there's not a lot of black culture.
Right.
So what better way to bring culture to the city than an authentic Louisiana party? You pay a certain price, you get a plate of gumbo.
Come on, man.
You watch a great show. We'll definitely play some DJ Jubilee. We might even play some Zydeco before the night's over if we get drunk, you know.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. Maybe we'll get into something. Who knows? Maybe we put something together like that for y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'm all about great entertainment, and if you can make it, if you can add and bring culture with a good show, I think why not? You know what I mean? So
Right.
Let's try to do that. I know there's going to be a lot of culture in the room tonight. The last time I was at an AZMT show, William Buford came in a kilt. So I hope he's going to break out his skirt and wear that tonight. I just hope Buford comes. I know, shout out to Two-Tone. He's got a party he's hosting tonight, so he may not be there. 411 show, I definitely like to see them in the building. Everybody, Muzz, Certified Savage, probably won't be there for whatever reasons. Understood. I get it. But I would like to see as many people from the Arizona music scene tonight.
Pull up tonight.
Pull up. Show love. This is the most together we have been. I think this show represents the mood in the city that we are the most together we have been in a good while. And I think the city and the scene is on fire. It's a beautiful thing. What is, for you guys, and you can definitely answer this best, what has been the best and the worst parts of, and it could be industry things, whatever, having to do with making this rap music. What has been the best and the worst parts of it for you guys individually? Like, the best in it is this. The parts I don't like about it are this. Just break it down. Let me know.
Oh, man, the best of it, you know, something you like to do. You know, I wake up in the morning and get in the yoke, man. You know what I'm saying? And get paid for it. That's the best part of it right there.
Yeah.
You know, worst part about it, I don't like sometimes it causes conflict amongst families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people get big-headed. Some people think they're on top of the other, which we in it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the worst part I hate about it, when somebody get big-headed about, okay, you know, yeah, you got a hot track out right now. Don't try to shit on this man. This man ain't out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that. Get Jack in the Box on.
Well, I mean, when the people get behind a song or get behind you, it's easy to get a little big-headed, and we see it with different artists or even certain media people like myself. You know, you start getting a little love. And my wife would tell you I can be a real asshole sometimes because I started feeling myself a little bit, you know. I start talking to her. She hates when I used to battle rap because I would start talking in battle rap language around the house, you know, which is not good when you're married with a 4-year-old. It's not good to talk battle rap around the house.
Well, that was my lowest part of the game, you know.
Yeah. And I understand that because I waited till later in life to have a family because it seemed like as an artist, it was always so much to do. I have a hard time. I know for me, it would have been impossible to have a family and try to be an artist because I'm just not that good at multitasking. Some people do it very well. And salute to them. But to me, that would be the biggest part of it was the time you have to spend away from your family, whether it's being on tour, in the studio, or like when you guys were signed, you moved to where the label was based at, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we was back and forth in Seattle too. And
these things you have to do.
I had to leave from my kids, and they understood where Daddy was at.
Right. A lot of people that are successful have lived in a bunch of different regions like you guys have. Let's talk about what you learned living in these different regions. And maybe you can be specific to, like, for instance, start with Seattle. What is one thing you learned that was interesting?
Well, you know, I know about Seattle,
different
man.
To Seattle.
Seattle got a lot of good producers out there.
Okay.
Because it rained all the time. You know, they're in the house. They're in the house creating.
And the Northwest, especially in hip hop, the Northwest has had pretty much its own, like, they have a very fluent rap scene.
Right.
But again, they must make their own money amongst themselves because most of them don't go national. They
Exactly.
stay independent or underground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out High Power Entertainment.
Okay,
Right,
High Powered
right.
Entertainment. Shout out to them.
Yeah, but a lot of Seattle got some hot producers that people don't know about underground. You know, like Louisiana, it got culture, man. Like I go out to clubs out here, people don't really dance. You know what I mean? Back home, you do a show, everybody on the dance floor.
Is that still though? Because I think the club life and dancing has been hit very hard by one, Instagram. You don't need to go to the club to pick up ladies as much anymore.
Yeah,
and two, maybe today's music or being on certain drugs or lean maybe affects dancing.
That could be.
Because in my day, even you know, some people nowadays, especially guys, maybe don't look at dancing as cool as it used to be.
True that.
Because and you're a man of a certain age, Black, so you can speak to this. In my day, especially when MC Hammer was out, some of the most gangster and hardest gentlemen I was aware of in my city, if You Can't Touch This came on, they would begin to hammer dance.
Hell yeah.
And they would get into competition sometimes with each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes real world fights would break out over hammer dancing.
Right.
And these were men. These were not, I hate to, you know, these were not feminine men. These were not men that were, you know, these were men that played football. These were men that might shoot somebody. These were men that definitely would throw hands if it was necessary.
Right.
But danced.
Right.
And men danced. You know, dancing was a communication with women, especially with women you didn't know. That was a lot of times the first communication was a dance.
Right.
So it kind of hurts my heart to see that has kind of fell to the wayside. You know, I'm afraid the younger people would rather group chat at the club with a girl in the club to pick her up before they.
I'm over here at the bar over here. You don't see me?
Right. I feel like the younger generation would rather group chat to pick up a girl than to dance with her.
Right.
And you know, I grew up with a lot of people that were adverse to dancing, especially white men. But dancing was half of how I got women when I was a younger man. You know, Vanilla Ice was hot. I was out there. I had my baggy jams on, and you could move a little bit. It looked like you were moving a lot. You know, but enough of the old days. Shout out to Earthy Yarbers watching the show. I am wearing his hat. I always try to wear some kind of Arizona on me when I leave the house to show. Y'all got the great Country Boys ENT shirts on with the great logo that really suits y'all. It's funny you guys spent some time in Texas because to me, you guys are like the hip-hop ZZ Top. Do you know who ZZ Top is?
ZZ Top?
They're a rock and roll group that came from Texas.
Yeah.
But I think it's the beards, the being a men of a certain stature, the fact that you kind of your brothers, you resemble, and the logo looks kind of like a ZZ Top guy with the glasses, and, you know, and you guys just
shout out, we got these shirts on decks too while we talking about the shirts.
Y'all know I love great merch. Country Boys ENT will be at the show tonight. I would think they would have a couple shirts ready to sell with them tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but everybody should have their merch tonight. K Brock has some merch that I've already purchased in some form of bar, allegedly. We won't say anything more about that, but it's going to be a fun night at AZMT at the Phoenix Gentlemen's Club. They are allowing smoke in the building, so there's that.
Let's go.
I'm still getting used to that out here in AZ. It's a beautiful world. It's a wonderful thing. Kid K, salute to the whole AZMT as we celebrate their 7th anniversary party. We are giving away 2 tickets today, 2 tickets. And when I say we, I mainly mean Country Boys ENT is giving away 2 tickets to the AZMT 7th anniversary party tonight. So we thank everybody that's watching, checking in. If you would like to win the tickets, please just like, comment, and share. Please comment with your name or just comment. We're going to pick somebody from out the comments. Say something to let me know you want to go to the show. I don't want to give the tickets away to someone who's not going or who's going to the Money Bag show or who already has tickets.
That is going down tonight, huh?
Yeah, the Money Bag show. And to be honest, with the lineup that Kid K and AZMT have, I think this is the kind of Arizona show that goes head to head with a major headliner.
Exactly.
I think I think there are some real fans of Moneybagg Yo that, of course, will go to see his show. But I think there's a lot of AZMT and a lot of Arizona hip-hop fans that are going to the Phoenix Gentlemen's Club tonight. So, you know, and to me, they're two different tiers of show, and they don't need to compete with each other. There'll be plenty of people at both shows, I'm sure. There was a great show at Muzzy's last night, while Sada Baby had a great show as well. So AZ is a big place. There's plenty of us to support all these great shows. We will be giving away 2 tickets before the show is over. Please type in the comments, I want to go to the show, and we will try to get you 2 tickets. How is it? How do you guys, on the 2 questions, no main vocals and pay to play? As far as the no main vocals, how do y'all feel about the no main vocals debate?
Well, to be honest with you, man, we believe in no vocals when we perform, because it show your talent.
Yeah,
it show your talent. A lot of people don't sound the same.
Like Milli Vanilli.
You know, they don't sound the same, and
Milli Vanilli.
a lot of people do that. And when I see that,
it's hard for some people. It's
it.
very hard to reproduce the record as recorded
live.
Exactly. And that's been a problem for some singers. That's a problem for, you know, a lot of pop artists. It's a problem in the industry for people, but I think we definitely highlight it in hip hop, in rap music.
And I think we stands out a lot with that because we don't use vocals on our.
Just the other day, Smokey Dollar was bigging y'all up. Big love, big respect to Smokey, one of the friends of mine.
Salute, brother.
He was bigging y'all up for y'all's incredible live show. Do you think that's what he's talking about?
Exactly. We give the audience live performance. You know, we take the vocals out and we show our talent. You know, and I feel every artist should do that. That's just my opinion.
No vocals.
Well, you know, I'm what some would say I am old-fashioned. I believe you should work on your show and practice it until you can perform it. And I want to give a shout out right now to Era Harris yesterday. I've seen him perform twice in the last week at Muzzy's and at his own release. And very powerful performer, man. His voice is strong. He's not just struggling to remember the words and perform the song. He's actually giving you theatrics and antics that go along with the music he's performing. So he knows his music well enough to not only perform it, but give additional flavor to the show along with it. So it's people like that I like to big up because, you know, if you call it old-fashioned, I'm old-fashioned. I like to see somebody perform their music. I could just listen to it, you know, as it was recorded without you on my own. And if I'm high, I could watch a light show that might be more entertaining than your show. Or if I'm not hearing you come in and out of it, it might be better just to listen to it without you, which is a sad thing to say about somebody's live performance, because great performers, even if you don't, it's been some, I've dated white girls. I've been to some rock and roll shows with some white girls. And I've gone to live shows to artists that I may have not told you I appreciated before the show. But a lot of these people, after you see a live show performed well, it gives you a whole new appreciation for the music and the songs of certain artists.
Exactly.
Even if you weren't that, you know, a good show brings you into an artist's world and makes you want to learn more about them. And that's the point, you know. And a bad show drives people away. What you got?
Reminded me, man. We was at the show the other night, a high class show.
At the intro.
Yeah.
Shout out to High Class.
Shout out to High Class.
Him and Vanessa, everything they doing.
Keep grinding, baby.
Thumbs up. Shout out to High Class.
And at this group out here that caught my attention, man. Them boys go hard. Concrete Records.
Concrete Records. I'm hearing their name a lot. Okay. Shout out to Concrete Records. They go hard. Yes. Yeah, it's good to show love and flowers to our compadres, you know.
Right.
And especially High Class has really got it popping at the intro. You know, I know he had to recover from changing the venue, but he is really becoming a force in this AZ scene, you know.
He gave everybody opportunity.
Definitely best dressed promoter. Definitely best dressed.
Salute to High Class.
Without a doubt. Please, I see y'all thumbing up and checking the video. Please comment if you would like to win these 2 free tickets to the AZMT Hip Hop Fest tonight. These are $15 tickets on the price, right on the ticket. So that's $30 worth of tickets we're giving away. You can take that money and buy a drink. You can go buy 8, not the 8th I would buy. My 8s don't cost $30 unless there's some kind of crazy sale. But you could go buy an 8th, a pre-roll, you know, and you could come to this show tonight free of charge. We're giving away 2 free tickets. out of the comments, just please let me know in the comments you want to go to the show for those that haven't bought their tickets yet. And courtesy of Country Boys ENT, no expiration.
Yeah.
June 19th.
June 19th.
All
We're giving these
platforms.
tickets away. All platforms, streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
So we got the collab straight. Mostly it's in the house with a few other friends in the Phoenix area.
Yeah.
We got a very strong family unit. You know, I haven't heard of anybody who has built their musical unit with such strong family ties. So I know that's got to be a positive. And hey, I worked with my family for 20 years. What are the positives and negatives for working with such a close relationship with your very own family members?
Well, to me, is we got a variety of music.
You work right with your brother. And
Exactly.
I appreciate that. Like I said, me and my brother took over my father and grandfather's family business. I worked under at times, but mainly with my father and grandfather for 20 years. I worked with my father and brother for 20 I worked with my brother, just my brother, me and him side by side, holding it down for the family for about 8 years now. So speak to the positives and negatives.
The positive, because we family, you know what I mean?
You know each other.
Yeah, families stick together.
There's a level of, like you said, respect, trust.
Exactly.
That you definitely wouldn't have with people, outside of the family.
Exactly,
Right.
And like my son, shout out to Chauncey again. Chauncey's and Willie Valentine.
Yeah.
I'm teaching them the business part of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get that,
Father-son relationships can be tough.
Yeah.
Especially, I had to learn how to be a contractor and a carpenter under my father, and we're very much alike. We had arguments at times. Can it be difficult dealing with your sons for that reason?
It can be very difficult, but
they don't want to hear it from dad all the time, right?
Exactly.
Or you want them to do a little bit more because it's not quite good enough, and they feel like, well, maybe it is good enough.
But see, at the end of the day, I respect my son's feelings. If they feel they want to do this and do it that way, I give them my advice by being experienced in this game, and I let them grow and learn in the music industry themselves,
Okay, that's big.
I give them the opportunity.
I think that's big. That's a big lesson for dads in general. As I'm have been a stepdad and have been a dad now for a while. Giving your children space, appreciating their point of view.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying. I think that's a big deal.
Gotta respect it.
Do you have, big man? Do you have kids? Do you have children?
Yeah.
So you have children as well?
Yeah.
So are they just young? Why haven't we brought them into the fold yet? What's up with your kids?
They're just young, man.
Oh, okay. Because we could always use another crisscross or another. We could always use a younger group. Y'all don't have a young group in the group yet.
No.
We looking though. We looking.
Yeah,
But nah, yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate the family thing. And if they want to do something else, God bless them. My wife is hoping that our children will do something else outside of music. Her previous husband and myself are very involved in music, and her son is very involved in music. So we're hoping for somebody to try to be a doctor, a lawyer, a computer programmer, or something else. Hell, I'll take a pimp as long as he's a nice pimp. I'll take a pimp at this point. Don't gorilla pimp the girls. Abuse their minds so you don't have to physically touch them. That's what good pimps do, right? Anyway, enough of that. It's just a joke. Swerve's not pimping anything, anybody. Please, I don't see y'all's comments. If you would like to go to this show tonight, please drop a comment, a like and share, or just drop a comment. Say, hey, I want to go to the show. I need 2 tickets. I've got the physical tickets at my house. I'll be there bright and early. I will leave them at the door with your name written on them so no one else can claim them. And whoever's working the door, salute to them. We'll let you in free of charge, courtesy of Country Boys ENT.
CBE.
We've had good interactions. We've had good hearts and thumbs up and good people watching the show. We appreciate everybody that checks us out Saturday morning. The show will be moving to Friday afternoons, 5 to 8, 6 to 8. We're still working it out. The middle of June, the show will move to Friday afternoon so that you can check us out as you're getting off work and starting the pregame on Friday. And we'll get back to doing maybe just 1 or 2 interviews And we might even do flowers and the Mission all in one show as we lighten up the schedule so I can be at more live events. As the live events are popping off. I'm celebrating this week as I've signed deals to do work. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Trevi Orange. It's a big deal when other DJs check in. Thank you. I try to stay lit. Let me know if you want these tickets, bro. But y'all's comments really aren't like letting me know like you want to go. If you haven't got your tickets to AZMT, you know, even if you're going to the other show, win these free tickets and come through for a while and you
pull
see
up.
it. You pull up and then go later to the other show. It's fine. Nobody cares. It's good. There's enough entertainment. It's gonna be big, man. We got DJ Pest and DJ Kane coming out, so you know there's gonna be lights and smoke everywhere. Speaking of that, this is gonna be MMJ, cannabis friendly for adults 21 and up. This is gonna be that situation. So roll up, come out. I'm definitely bringing Lil Wish App on stage to check my gold chain and diamonds. I'm definitely bringing K Brock on stage as my big raw, my big bodyguard, my big raw will go against his big blunt as we see what's going on as the big paper goes against the big blunt tonight in the showdown with me and K Brock. So you know we're gonna be smoking. You know Smokey Dollar's gonna be smacked in the face as he usually is at these events. There's gonna be everything everywhere as we have fun tonight. So please comment, let me know you wanna go. We got these 2 tickets courtesy of Country Boys ENT.
CBE.
New mixtape, no expiration,
June
dropping
19th.
June 19th.
Let's
Now,
go.
Let's get it.
as a white guy, I've got a black question. I hate to do it to you, but I'm going to ask you guys a black question as you are black men. And for all matters black, I never assume or come up with my own theories. I know plenty of black men that I can tap in with and check to ask these things. Now, I, as a white man involved in hip-hop culture on the East Coast, Richmond's a very, compared to the rest of the country, a pretty black city. We're 50-50 in the city. We're 30-70 in the counties. I've always lived around and had a great appreciation for black folks. I was very aware from Kwanzaa from the minute it was created, although I may not have celebrated it as much as I should have. I've also been very aware since my friends become involved with the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Gods and Earths. Peace to the Gods and Earths. Now, one thing I was not aware of that caught me completely by surprise is Juneteenth. I was not aware of Juneteenth at all until like 3 years ago, which it hurts my heart because I consider myself, you know, a culture vulture.
Right.
We're very aware of black culture and hip hop, and I have a great love and affection for black people and culture. Did Juneteenth, to my understanding, it started in Texas. Is this correct?
Yeah, it's the release
and it's a
of
celebration of when
slaves
were freed in Texas.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So maybe is that the reason why I didn't hear as much about it in Virginia?
Could be.
To y'all's understanding, when did this begin to be a thing, or begin to be celebrated?
Like the early 99.
99,
Yeah,
2000.
Early 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could have been bigger in Texas, but I'm from Louisiana.
Right.
Even though we side by side, we still celebrate the same as Texas celebrate.
Right. So you were aware of it mainly because they were right there.
Right.
But as it started out as a regional thing and then spread maybe countrywide. Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out because whenever something slips past me, I got to figure out, who let that in, who let that slip past. We can't run around out here being so involved in the culture and be ignorant about something as important as Juneteenth.
Yes, sir.
And I don't say that to throw shade or slight anybody. I'm just saying that if we're going to focus, on these events in history or these celebrations that,
I know your history.
If they're tied to a certain culture, we have to respect the culture enough to be aware of things.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm trying to do here today. Thank you for enlightening me. I appreciate that.
Already.
I won't get you to explain anything else related to black culture. As that can get into a very disrespectful area very quick. Like Love and Hip Hop. Explain that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. We all know the world loves drama. And here in AZ, as we struggle to balance the drama with the music, we struggle to balance the jokes with the love, because a lot of jokes can sound hateful, especially if not delivered in the proper form or whatever. But lately, the Arizona scene has really come together over roasting what some people call the dozens, what some people call jonesing, what some people call your mama jokes.
Capping.
What is? Did y'all enjoy all the roasting people were doing back and forth? I was involved in it. All the jokes that went back and forth.
I was involved in heavy.
Yeah, that was fun, right? For a day or two, that was cool, right?
Yeah. It's entertainment.
I think everybody enjoyed it. Nobody got their feelings hurt.
Everybody ain't built for it, though.
Everybody's not built for it. It's true.
Exactly.
And there were definitely certain gentlemen that have a certain reputation that were not joked about. Let's just say that. And respect to them. I try to only joke with people I'm familiar with. Right. I believe roasting is a thing that should be done amongst friends. And sometimes when I'm roasting, I misplace the relationship and I joke with people thinking we're friends, intending to be friends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always come out friendly.
Right. Built for it,
Sometimes people have taken it the wrong way. So
getting their feelings.
I've done my apologies. I won't apologize anymore. I've said my apologies. But just so you know, from now on, I will only be joking with people that understand me. You know, and in credit to them, I have very good friends back home that if you listen to us joke with each other, you would think we were enemies. You know,
right.
You would think we hated each other because we say whatever to each other, and
and nobody getting their feelings.
Nobody gets in their feelings because we all know what it is. Now people around us sometimes, like I said, get concerned, but we never.
They'd be like, "Damn, they serious." They serious?
So if I don't see anybody else in the comments, it's looking like I see Big Jello. He's gonna be there. We don't need to give him tickets. I see Trevi Orange. Maybe Trevi Orange. Let me know if you want to go to the show tonight. You're the big winner right now so far. We'll see who else taps in. If anybody else taps in, just comment. Let me know you want to go to the show. We'll pick a winner from the comments at the end of the show. And so 2 tickets will go to that winner. Them and the guests can come and enjoy the AZMT 7th Annual Anniversary Party at the Phoenix Gentlemen's Club tonight. And just so everybody knows, I love working with whoever. I'm here to work with whoever. I very much consider myself an independent contractor. I have a lot of love for 411 Loudpack Net. I have a lot of love, of course, for Respect the Underground and Icon Radio. But I'm here to work with everybody. I appreciate everybody, and I want to work with you. If the media situation can help, if I can DJ or host a party for you, if you need a logo or some graphics done, I'm here to help and I'm here to work. So tap in with me and check that out, will you? Shout out to Big Doobie. Shout out to Sincerely Soulful, Miss Sincerely Soulful, as I've been working with them lately on some logos for their businesses. So we're expanding as 2021 opens up, COVID breaks down, and we all open up and get back to it. Let's get back to it.
Let's go.
Tonight is a big jump off of that with AZMT celebrating their 7th anniversary. There's the June 19th Hip Hop Festival, Respect the Underground, and Respect the Underground will be coming to Tempe with a hip hop festival this summer, and the major super duper Arizona, the real 2-day affair, is coming back this fall, September 11th and 12th. Hopefully after that weather cools down a touch, we'll be back with the 2-day festival in the city, doing it as only Respect the Underground does. So check that out. And just while we're getting shout outs, always artists, check in with John Blaze with his Southwest Alliance call, the AZ DJ pool, and now he is Sunday nights with the Beat Locker on 98.3. So John Blaze can just help you in so many ways. And again, next Saturday, the Ratchet House Party 2, the biggest event, the biggest house party to hit the Valley in years, is coming back with Ratchet House Party 2 at the Block, June 5th. DJ Kane 100, Ash Combs, Ash Show represents next Saturday. So I hope to see y'all there as well. I will be representing as media, doing interviews, live streaming, recording the shows with crisp audio, all kind of crazy shit next week at the Ratchet House Party that DJ Kane represents. Back to Country Boys ENT. We took a long break there for some ads and some plugs. Their plug, No Expiration, dropping June 19th. The new project, the announcement, Country Boys Entertainment is back, better than ever. Choices, Big Jello, Valentine, Black, big man,
Willie,
the whole
Willie,
family.
Willie Valentine.
Willie Valentine.
Yes, sir.
Willie
Squad.
Valentine. The squad is all on this project. And so, you know, tonight, come party with us. What was you guys' personal take during COVID? How did you react to COVID as it's clearing up, especially in Arizona, especially with the CDC and their new regulations? Whoever doesn't want to wear a mask is obviously not going to wear a mask, whether they've had the vaccine or not. How precautious were you? Did you still, you know, for example, me and my wife, we went to Vegas, we went to San Diego.
Oh yeah. It didn't stop.
We
me.
went to the grocery store.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
even went to the casino one time, which felt wrong when I was doing it. Going to the casino felt wrong, but we wore our masks.
Yeah, we
but,
did.
you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so y'all did a few things.
Yeah,
right?
we did. We did.
Me being somewhat still middle-aged and healthy, I wasn't worried about it. I was taking my vitamins. I was working out. I'm actually in better health than I have been through all this. So I'm grateful and blessed.
I can't say the same. During
So
COVID, I didn't gain some weight.
A lot of people picked up some weight.
Yeah, I didn't gain
a
some
lot
weight.
of people. I'll give you the hint to losing weight. But a lot of people picked up some weight during COVID, and it was hard not to. Especially those few months when we were housebound. And it's just food laying around.
Barbecuing, laying
You
around.
you are a good cook, which I can attest to. I've tasted your food, so
Thank you.
it's you know, and I cook wings at the house. It's nothing to go in and whoop up some wings real quick, or you know, cook whatever when you're around the house if you could cook. So it was hard on us. A lot of us gained weight. I fortunately, through working with my wife, have lost weight. It's an interesting story. I can't get into it because it's probably illegal, but here I am, still dealing illegal drug business after all these years, you know. Thanks to my lovely wife. Thank you, honey. I love you.
But you know what? The COVID it shut down the music industry, too.
Yeah. Well, we saw rappers struggling.
Yeah, but
we've seen rappers trying to put
what?
people on a mixtape to make ends meet and things like that.
But what was popping was the streaming and the internet.
Yes.
Everybody was at home and
yes.
you know, all of the internet stuff like that.
D-Nice, the Verses, all of AZ Media has pretty, except for Sincerely Soulful and Support District Radio, a couple outlets, pretty much all of AZ Media has sprung up and blossomed during this time.
Yeah.
The 411 Show, Bloom and Blossoming, Two-Tone, The Hatrix doing better than ever. Myself doing better, more numbers and doing better than ever. So,
right.
You know, we're here, we're doing it. And now that things are opened up, there's this huge media situation to back and support all this artistry that we have. So I think, and there's more than enough chicken to be served at these places and these venues. So, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a food guy. I get excited, and there's gonna be food at the venue tonight. I got excited when I found out there was food at the venue last night.
We need that.
I'm seriously considering calling Ace and getting an order of his wings before the show today if I can get a delivery. I'm looking into it, man. I just love food. I love eating, and I'm hungry right now. That's the problem. Like, you ain't got a bowl of gumbo.
No, man, no.
When you barbecuing in Texas, Louisiana is a big thing, and barbecuing is also a regional thing. When you barbecue, do you use charcoal or gas?
Charcoal. Gotta have charcoal.
Gotta have charcoal, right?
Yeah. Gotta have charcoal.
Real barbecue people, it's just charcoal.
Charcoal, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
are
sir.
you a dry rub or a sauce? No homo. Are you a dry rub or a sauce kind of guy?
Both. I do both.
At the same time, or is it different styles?
Different styles.
Okay.
Different styles.
Okay.
Different styles.
Because I get confused. I think one time I dry rubbed it, then sauced it. I tried to do everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I also try to keep my, I do crawfish balls, shrimp balls, turkey neck balls, all that.
Turkey neck boil.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Just with the Louisiana ball? I'm gonna learn it though, ball. Since I moved out here to Arizona, I never got this on the East Coast, but some people tend to think I'm Creole. They think I'm Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah. You can favor
because of my skin
Creole.
and the tone of my voice
Exactly.
and the affiliation with black folks. And there used to be a show on TV. Now, this is my age, I'm dating, but there used to be a show on TV about Louisiana. I think it was like a cop show. I could be wrong, but they had some Creole white people and
Swamp People.
And they it was this is old. This is like not a reality show. This was like a
Midnight Blue.
midnight, something like that. Yeah. But on that show, for the first time in my life, and this has been a big influence on me because I've called white people crackers for 20 years now. But on that show, there was a Creole white guy who referred to other white people as crackers. And that was a big influence on me because to me, what that said was that let's differentiate between the good and the bad white people.
Right.
Because my whole life, white people have been clumped together. And mind you, when I started making fun of white people looked at me like I was breaking code. They looked at me like they had never heard white people make fun of white people. And if you think about it, like nowadays it's more commonplace, but if you go back 10, 20 years, you didn't really hear white people make fun of other white people.
Right.
And when I saw that show, it was a Creole gentleman, and he was referring to the bad white people. And it gave me hope because, especially growing up in hip-hop, you hear the white devils, you hear, fuck the man or the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you feel like white people all get lumped in together. And I just, I always wanted to be hashtag one of the good ones or hashtag someone's go-to white friend, because me knowing me, I didn't want to think I was bad, and I've always known other white people that had a good heart,
Yeah.
So there, I'm out there representing for the good, and fuck the crackers. That's what I say. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
I've always been very, very much confused and way too into race. The Crackers, the Peckerwoods, the Honkies. I love learning the stories of where these names come from. Not that I'm offended by them, but white people racial terms are so cute. Like they're not really dangerous. Because I will go on record, and I've said it before, and I hate saying this, but for lack of a better way of saying it, because I don't use it, the N-word, the word that shall be known and not said, is the most powerful word in history ever.
It is.
Now, I know that there's some people that believe God's name is unknown and it shall not be said. Well, I got a hint of what it is, but that's a bad joke. But the point is that word will be, I don't think there'll ever be a competition where any word will be as powerful, as negative and as positive. Definitely its roots are negative. Definitely 90% of the time, I think it's still negative.
Yeah.
I think there has been some positivity brought into it. It's such a powerful word. White people created it, used it for years.
By our black culture now, we use it.
And when it got turned into a positive and it got taken away from them, they got mad. They want to use it more and more. It seems like it's been a word I've tried very hard to not use. I could probably shit my pants sitting right here faster than I would use that word. And I'm not even going to say in front of you because I practice what I preach. It's, I never got into that game because it's too hard to say something at home and not say it in public. And if you notice, these people usually get caught fucking up. And it's because if you see somebody that slips, you like, that ain't the first time, motherfucker. You've been using that shit everywhere else.
That's why it came out.
That's why it came out. But anyway, let's end on a good note. If someone wants those comments, those tickets, please comment. Right now, I'm going to contact DJ Trevi Orange. I think I'm going to talk to him and see if he would like to go. If not, I'll talk to Earthly Yard. There's been a lot of other people that watched the show. Maybe they didn't comment. Maybe they didn't hear the announcement. I'll check in. We'll find a winner to give these 2 tickets to, and then we'll Instagram it. I'll call them up on stage. We'll make a big deal about it tonight at the show to make sure Country Boys ENT expiration gets there.
CBE.
No expiration. CBE, no expiration. June 19th.
Yeah.
Juneteenth. That's who's buying these tickets. That's who's giving them away. So we'll give them away to a lucky winner. We'll Instagram it big at the show tonight. Make sure y'all are out at the show. Thank y'all so much for coming in. We're getting ready to wrap this up. We got an early show today as I get out of here and prepare to host the AZMT 7th anniversary celebration tonight.
Going down.
Is there anything that we didn't get to that maybe you wanted to speak on that I didn't touch on? Either one of you, feel free.
upcoming shows.
What do y'all got upcoming?
Well. Tonight we be in Arizona, AZ COUNTry tonight. We be there.
And we know OT Genesis on June 26th.
June 26th. Video shoot for Get It Cracking tomorrow.
Reed Park in Mesa, 5 p.m.
Yes, sir.
AZ
Barbecue,
time.
everything.
Barbecue, food, video shoot. I'm gonna talk to the wife, see if I can take the boy over there. Man, she might let us come if I bring the boy.
Yeah, pull up, man.
Yeah, you know.
Pull up.
We can. We love barbecue. You know, we love barbecue. I can't wait to try all your food. The gumbo was so good. And shout to, we went and had a good meal at Maya's New York Pizza Bar and Grill the other night. And that food is good.
We have a show that was
August 14th.
August 14th, things on the horizon. The Blackout show. There's be announcements and info, advertisements coming for that right around the corner. Thank you guys for coming in, man.
Thank you, Swerve.
I'm glad we met. I'm glad we hung out. Y'all got a really good vibe. I really like Cat, and my wife seems to fit right in. So it's going to be good things in future plans.
Oh, yes.
This has been the Mission Pod. Thank you for checking. Peace to Whit Tucker. We have already rescheduled. He will be back with his sick ass. He needs to take some Tylenol or make sure it ain't
Shout
the
out
COVID.
to Whit Tucker.
Stay away till you get better. Whit Tucker, the tit sucker. That's my man. He's coming back in. A real Arizona artist with a real great story. So poor, apparently, he had shit on a shingle a lot growing up. Now, we had shit on a shingle. At my house, I thought it was delicious. I didn't know it was poor people food. We had it once or twice a week for breakfast just because probably my father was in the military, and, you know, it's big in the military. Shit on a shingle is chipped beef. And, hey, Kat, I see you watching. You are good people, too, girl. Shit on a shingle is chipped beef, cut up into small pieces in a white gravy, served over white toast. And if you're the type of person that eats wheat toast, you don't eat shit on a shingle. I'm just gonna let you know that. It's like a tuna fish sandwich. It's just better on white bread. I'm sorry. White bread is better for some things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But anyway, so we were having this conversation, and apparently shit on a shingle is struggle food. One person mentioned they had it 7-8 times a week. Now, I think if you are having it 7-8 times a week, your parents are struggling or taking a shortcut, one or the other. Because you can make mac and cheese just as cheap and just as easy.
Man.
But, yeah, so I figured out that I didn't know. I was like, damn, my parents used to tell us we were broke, but I never believed it. But apparently we were more broke than I thought because we ate shit on the shingle regularly. SOS. Apparently it was a hit in the military, and my father was a Korean War veteran. He got drafted into the Korean War. I'm a very old man, raised by a much older old man, and so that's why I'm a little weird to y'all. It's all good. Shout to Cat Walton, shout to Trevi Orange, shout to Earthly Yarber, Val Marie, everybody that thumbed up, check the show. I'm going to look at all the names. And
man, free my dog, Derek D, man.
Yes, sir.
Free Derek D. That's
free
a big
Derek
part
D.
of the mixtape, the promotion.
Yeah.
How long before Derek will be home? Do we know? Is it any idea at this point?
Now, man, I don't want to put nothing
understood.
out there.
Okay. Never know till we know. That's probably a dumb
home,
question.
No, it's short.
Okay. You don't want to put any mojo on anything. I understand.
Right.
Especially being from Louisiana. We didn't even get into that. Did y'all grow up around any type of voodoo or hoodoo, as Richard Pryor called it?
That's everywhere. That's everywhere, man.
Is it a thing where some of your friends that went to school, you go, no, just like we're Christian or Catholic or whatever, they were hoodoo or voodoo, I should say.
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect. I don't want to disrespect anybody involved in the voodoo. Not at all.
It's real if you believe in it.
Right, I understand. Yeah. I think that's kind of how life is. I think anything can be real if you believe in it hard enough. And I don't want anybody out there poking on dolls or Swerve 360. My logo is too ready. You get your hands on that and start jabbing it. I don't need none of that. Don't give DJI any ideas. Okay, so it was around, but y'all weren't personally involved in it.
No.
Never bled a chicken or any of that.
I know some people that, say so, no one leave the house.
Because there was also the movie that was based down there was the one where
I think it was not Bayou Blue.
The one with Cosby's daughter showed her boobies, and it had the white boy. The white boy, you know, they always Now my movie references are old. You gotta remember.
Yeah.
But the girl that was on Bill Cosby, the Bill
Cosby's
Cosby's daughter went to college.
I don't know the name.
The light skinned one.
Yeah, I know. What
Lisa
you're talking about.
Bonet.
Yeah.
It's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Lisa Bonet and the white dude that played the real popular movie where he was a boxer. He had a comeback, but back then he was in his prime. Mickey. Internets help us out. But anyway, Mickey, disgusting white guy, had sex in the movie with Lisa Bonet, but it was based in Louisiana. It had some voodoo. They was while they were fucking, it was like visions of chickens flying around and the hoodoo and shit. It was trying to be freaky, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody knows interracial sex is just as freaky as cutting off a chicken. Shit was crazy back then, you know. You know, Stevie Wonder wrote a song about jungle fever. Shit was crazy back then. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you do, you do. You were there. Well, I got to get out of here and get ready to go home and chill out and get I got multiple outfits. I got multiple drugs. I got things I got to line up for tonight.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so I salute to everybody coming out. Salute to everybody that checked out the show. Pull out tonight. Party with us. You don't just have to watch us on TV or streaming anymore. You can come hang out. I love to meet people. I love to meet everybody. I know Country Boys Entertainment's nice guys. They love to introduce you to the acts in the group and to their music. And as they explode on this AZ hip hop scene, hey, hashtag AZ together. We're doing it together or we're not doing it at all. That's just how it works. Thanks, guys, for coming into the show.
Man, thank you.
Let me get you some. There you go. Country Boys ENT. We're getting out of here early today. Keep tuning in. 411 show's got a big show today coming up at 2 p.m.
No expiration.
No expiration. Juneteenth. Check them out. Country Boys ENT. CBE. Let's go.